Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
Yeah. Just a quick question. Like whatever you have said, like the database name or path you are providing, right? Is that all it is coming to the in one configuration file, or how come it is? Whatever you have told me, like Excel
Okay, it is coming in
configuration file. Yeah.
Yes, it comes under one configuration files. Configuration for database access, but the passwords and all will be stored here in the vault. See, okay,
sorry,
the configuration file. Okay. The configuration file is just to give access to databases, where my database sits, not user ID and password. Where is my database?
Okay.
Where are my 10 databases? Where is my AWS access key and security? That's the configuration. HTTP, this is the data coming from engineering background, software development background, administration. This is a different key value pair. It's a simple concept, is a simple. What is this username password in this hierarchy? That's the interesting part. But when you drill down a little bit, yes, I have 100 applications. 100 applications will have username and password. So that is how it stores under one path. Secrets, AWS or Azure. That makes sense on that one. Make sense, guys, this one?
Yes. But you need to mention that key. But you need to mention that key value pair in the vault, right? In order to communicate with that application.
Yes. That I'll show you. That you will be doing with create, read, write.
Okay.
This username and password you need to put in the vault means first you can't put this FR0 in encrypted format. You need to type these things, right? Vault will not encrypt. Vault will encrypt afterwards. It's like username password only, but you need to teach vault. First time when you're typing username password is human being, right? You need to know what is the password it is. You need to type those passwords, right? It will generate. After this one entering into that one, it will store this one in encrypted format. That time you will not see that password. Only if you have a permission, you will have read permission. You can read that one. That's the way to store. But when we are entering, this is going into the vault. Now let's assume storage background with our use cases. Let's assume storage is part of the vault. I am storing in vault, but indirectly vault is storing in some third-party storage devices. That's what we need to include.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D99 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.